Hey guys, in this video I want to do something a little different. Showing people how to perform modifications and upgrades is nice and all, but wouldn't it be nice to know how the upgrades worked out? That's what I'm going to do. After I perform an upgrade on the Jetta, I'll check back and tell you how it worked out. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the urethane bushings I installed in the front sway bar and rear axle beam. Let's start with the sway bar bushings. Urethane is a nice upgrade from stock. It has basically no effect on ride quality, but noticeably reduces body roll. So I think the urethane sway bar bushings are a great upgrade. However, you need to do something similar to the rear suspension or the car will have more understeer. Generally speaking, reducing body roll in the front suspension will create more understeer, and reducing body roll in the rear suspension will create more oversteer. That's something to keep in mind. Speaking of the rear suspension, let's talk about the rear axle bushings. The Mk4 Volkswagens use a torsion beam rear suspension. The torsion beam, aka axle beam, is basically the control arms and the sway bar combined into one piece. So when you upgrade the bushings, it has the effect of stiffer sway bar bushings and stiffer control arm bushings. I noticed the urethane axle beam bushings did increase road noise, but not enough to be obnoxious. However, I live in Florida, where the roads are pretty smooth. If the roads are rough where you live, you may not like urethane axle beam bushings. In that case, I would suggest stock axle beam bushings and an aftermarket rear sway bar. That setup will reduce body roll without affecting ride quality. With the new urethane sway bar bushings and axle beam bushings, the car handles noticeably better. It feels more confident in the turns, and it feels more stable on the highway. I would consider this a must-have upgrade, especially if you're replacing the bushings anyway. So in summary, I recommend upgrading the front sway bar bushings, and I recommend either upgrading the rear axle beam bushings or installing a rear sway bar, whichever you prefer. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope you found it informative. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep making this kind of video.